Hey guys, welcome to Fairview Live. I am your co-host Erica Kelly, and today I have with you probably someone most of you know, the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Chris Hughes.
Well,
you like that introduction?
that's a little bit overboard. Who's the host? You said you're the co-host.
I'm the co-host. Mitzi Dela Cruz is our other
okay.
co-host. You haven't met her yet.
I'm so famous she didn't even care to be here?
No, it was so last minute. So last minute she wasn't here. But
I was the last minute guest. Okay.
yes.
That's
Well,
good. Right.
we already talked about that,
Yes,
right? I mean,
yes.
I have to get who I can get.
That's true.
You weren't my first choice.
I know. And I'm using my lunch break, so
Yeah.
we're good.
Well, there you go. See, he came to visit us. We're so grateful that you did. And although most people watching this live probably already know him, let's start and get to know him just a little bit better. You don't have to go all the way back to elementary school or anything, but are you from here? I don't know that. Are you born and raised Fairview?
Born and raised since 1967.
1967.
Yeah.
Okay.
Went to Pinewood Elementary.
Oh, okay.
It's shut down now.
Okay.
And then
That's
I went
how
to
old you
Fairview
are?
Elementary, right. I was bused. We
Okay.
did busing back then.
Yeah.
Part of the kids went to Fairview and part of them went to Pinewood. And
Okay.
they shut Pinewood down. But that was a long time ago. But I
Okay.
was the first freshman class at the high school now. Because
Okay.
my 6th, 7th, and 8th grade year, I was at the rec center doing
Okay.
high school. So K through 6 was elementary and 7 through 12 was high school.
That's similar at Harpeth High School, which is where I graduated from. I was the
Okay.
last graduating class out of what is now the middle school.
Okay.
And you know, our high school was actually 7th grade through 12th grade.
Right.
We had all of those people together.
We did too.
Which is crazy.
And then in 9th, I moved to the new building, which
Yeah.
is the new high school.
I actually like that, feeder schools. I think
Mm-hmm.
that feeder schools are great because it really, builds a community and,
When you grow, 7 through 12 won't work in one building.
Well, that's true. That's true.
We would have trouble putting all those in our building.
So tell us, okay, you're born and raised here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you always know that you wanted to be in sports or in football? You played football for the high school, right?
I was not. I tried. I sat the
Okay.
bench.
Wow, okay.
I quit twice. Have a heart for those kids that are too small. I was 5'4" and 97 pounds when I graduated high school.
Okay.
I played baseball. Was on the baseball team. I played basketball. I got cut from the basketball team twice. I made the team twice in high school. And football, I'm not sure. I finished 7th, 8th, and 9th, I think. I never finished after that, so I quit. Like I was just like the kids I get on to all the time. I don't quit. You're going to regret it. Because I regret that I didn't. Just I was there with my friends and stuff.
Yeah.
I just wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And that's frustrating because you want to play, but, I like being around the guys. So I was part of it, but I was at every high school sporting event that we had. Like at the old rec center, I thought there was 5,000 people, and those little bleachers probably hold 100.
Right.
And when I
Feels
was
that
a
way.
kid, it felt big. So
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories Ricky Jones could tell you about me playing football and some things that happened.
Yeah, he just celebrated 50 years.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He was my 8th grade basketball coach.
Okay.
And in football, he helped that, but Mr. Ward was my coach, and I never played, so I went and got popcorn during the game, and Mr. Ward slapped it out of my hand and all the way up into the third row.
No.
Yeah, and so that's a good story. And he is still teaching at Science Hill, and he reached out and goes, "Is this the Chris Hughes that played for me in 8th grade?" And I said,
no.
"Yeah." He goes, "How in the world are you the football coach there?" So
I have some stories myself, but I'm going to keep it all about you today, Chris.
I wanna hear,
all
though.
about
I wanna
you.
hear.
No,
We'll
no,
do it, so.
more of like technical fouls in basketball.
Okay,
those
all right.
kind of things.
Did you set a
but-
state record?
No. My dad set a state record of how quickly he yanked me out of that game.
Okay. Was
Once
your
that
dad the
happened.
coach?
No, he wasn't the coach.
Oh, he
was
just
in
took
the
you out.
bleachers.
Okay, wow. That was old days.
Yeah,
That was old days.
I know you couldn't do that today, but
Well, some parents would.
okay. So you didn't play. When did the passion start for you
No,
to become?
I've had
the
a
coach?
passion. I had a passion since I was a baby that I love sports. I played rec leagues. I played everything. When I got to college, I played every intramural you could have. And I loved baseball was the sport I was best at, but football was the sport I was the most passionate about. I liked it. Grew up watching it. Just loved it. We played tackle football after school every day. When I quit football, we had our own little club that met with about 30 guys, and we played tackle football every afternoon. So it was just back in that day, you'd go meet at Erica's house and everybody played basketball or football.
That's right.
Things have changed. So I've always loved it, but I got to college, and it's a funny story how that happened. I back then, Williamson County would make you do a video, and then they would decide what school you fit, and they would tell you, so they take your video and send it to every school and say
to every college.
to every high school.
Oh.
So I'm already graduated college.
Okay.
I have my
I
teaching
see,
degree.
I see. Okay.
So I did a video for Williamson County.
Okay, gotcha.
And it was an interview, 10 questions or whatever, and they sent that video out to all the schools. Page contacted me a couple times. I did the interview at Page, and I was at college working for intramural and rec, and I loved it. I was just not making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And what was weird was I lost my job. I didn't lose my job. They hired someone in a position I wanted, and I got mad about it because they wanted me to train that person.
You're so real.
Well, I was. I was like, you hired him, now you want me to train him for a job I was already qualified to do. It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's who you know, not what you know. And so anyway, that next day, I got a call from Larry Large from Fairview Middle School. And he said, hey, I saw your interview. Can you coach football? And I said, I love football. I said, I never coached it. I'm really more of a baseball guy. I could coach baseball.
Yeah.
He said, well, I need a baseball coach too. And he said, but you think you could coach football? And I said, I can probably figure it out.
Yeah.
And he said, well, we hired a guy from Indiana, and he never showed up.
Oh, no.
And we play Innsworth tomorrow. And they'd have no practices. So
and what year is this?
This was 91, 92, maybe 93. Let's see, 10, 20, 28 years ago.
Wow.
So if I could subtract, I could figure all that out.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You leave that to me on the numbers.
I can't remember yesterday. But anyway, that year we went to Innsworth and got hammered. I won one game that year, went 1-6.
Wow.
And honestly, it was the only losing season I had since then. So out of 28 years, I've had 2 losing seasons. My very first one in last year.
Oh, no.
Which I thought that might have been my last one.
You didn't have to bring that up.
Well, I'm fixing that. We're not going to have that again.
Okay, I like that. That's a good answer.
But there's a lot of things that played into that. But I just remember, I think, and this is, God has a plan. Like, I never planned to be the football coach at Fairview High School. I never planned to go to Fairview Middle. Every job I've ever gotten was offered to me, and I think paths opened up. So, but I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. I say that a lot of times. Like, I've had at least double-digit job offers at different places throughout my career, and I've went to some, but I've never really ever considered leaving Fairview because this is my hometown. This is where I grew up.
And your kiddos go here. Well, now, crush your heart, right? Your sweet Haley's gone. She's off to
she's so sad.
I'm sure she's not.
She's so
Maybe
sad.
She's watching this. You
No,
say hi to her?
Absolutely not. She's at her 80 pie mixer or at
well,
class.
that's true. We are not cool enough for her to watch this at all.
No, she's not sad at all. And Cade's in 7th grade. He plays football. He's got a game tonight at Dixon.
Okay. So does that mean that we've got at least, 4, 5, 6 more seasons of you coaching? If they'll keep you?
If we win.
Okay.
Yeah, if we win. Coaching's fickle. You don't keep a coaching job very
Listen, 2
long.
losing seasons
That
in a
would
row.
be
You can't have that.
My wife said that I won't have to quit. I won't have to fire her because she's going to make me quit because she can't deal with me at home afterwards. I'm in a bad mood all weekend. I take it out on, my family. I just in a bad mood. I don't know. I wear it. And
well, that means you have passion about
I'm real easy to read. So it's
that's a good segue into, tell us about this year. What do we have? I've got this schedule here, and it looks like that we've got a fantastic schedule. I'm really excited about the home games.
We got 6 home games.
I know.
That's crazy.
Both varsity and JV.
6 each.
6 each.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
That's 12 home games for us, not including the junior pro and the middle school. We've got a ton of football at Fairview this year. But I'm really excited about our schedule. I'm excited about our new region. And I'm really excited about how we've kind of changed our philosophy of practice and football and trying to make it more engaging for the kids and less injuries. Because last year, one of the reasons that we had it, which is everybody has injuries.
Right.
But we just had a plethora. Like, we had so many, and I was like, every week it was something else. And I was like, we're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So, we were learning how to tackle and hit each other, and then we couldn't tackle in the games because we didn't have nobody left. So this year we've backed off of that. Shorter practices, more intense, and I think the kids are bought in. I feel real good about our culture right now. So I'm hoping that translates to a good win on Friday night. But East Hickman is a lot better than they have been, and they beat us the last.
That's our first one. That's tomorrow.
And they beat us 2 years in a row.
Oh man!
And I'd won like 13 before then, so it was like, this is bad. But now we have a new trophy.
Yeah.
So you're finding out new news.
Oh, let's do it.
Battle of Highway 100. It's got our logo and their logo.
This is breaking news.
Which East. Somebody said East is off Highway 7.
Yeah.
And I said, well, the whole East Hickman is off Highway 100.
Well, that's true.
So this is a Battle of Highway 100. Coach
Okay.
Austin and I agreed. I'm going to pick the trophy up either today or tomorrow.
Okay.
And the winning team every year will get the trophy to keep until the next year.
Okay.
And this will be the first one, inaugural.
That's amazing.
My kids don't even know. I'm telling them today at
Oh,
our
my
team
goodness.
meeting. So
That's awesome. So it's going to be between us and East Hickman
us
every
and
year?
Battle of Highway 100,
All
first
right.
week of the season.
So
That'll be
Battle
all.
of 840 is gone.
Battle 840 is replaced with Battle of Highway 100.
Been replaced.
We don't have to go as far.
I know. Hey, man, because there are some long hauls to these
Yes,
games, which
yes.
is why the home schedule is so nice. I still
is.
see Stewart County is away.
Camden, pretty good
Woo.
drive.
Yeah, those are. But you've already talking about changing the culture. There's already things that that you have put into place to make sure that these kids not only are feeling the love and connection, but it's really more about community for them, and making sure that when they get on the bus after a long game like that, that they're not starving all the way home. So something as small as like giving them snacks, giving them food before they get on the bus is that was what my kiddos were most excited about. Snack bags. Isn't that funny?
When I talk to old kids about playing, their favorite part of football was their bus rides. And I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it to be the bus rides. I want it to be, we love this or we love that. But I think the things we're doing there, like we gave them pizza Tuesday night after practice. They were so ecstatic. And no pizza was left. So they can eat. They like to be around each other. And the camaraderie and tightness, I'm hoping it makes them play harder for each other. Because that's what it's all about. They're just all friends, teammates, and now they get to go into battle together. And it's the same with East Hickman. They've got a good culture, so they're going to be trying to win. We're going to be trying to win. God knows what's going to happen. I'm just going to try to deal with whatever. But I'm very confident if we play like we can, we're going to come out on top this year.
Awesome.
I feel really excited about our team. We built a lot of depth. Strong freshman class that your son is a part of.
Yes, they're fun. They're so much fun to watch.
Some of them are going to be playing on Friday, and they're going to be dominating in JV. I think our JV team is going to be one of the best teams around.
They definitely.
But they're still going to see some time on Friday nights in spots also. And I don't want to throw them to the fire too early and get a bad taste, but I want them to get that feel on Friday nights. Because there's nothing like Fairview supports us. Like, the crowd is always packed. There's people standing around, and people texting me, hey, are we going to win this week? Are we doing that? Can't pump my gas without somebody asking me, hey, what's it going to look like? And I'm like, I'll let you know Saturday morning.
It's a big deal. And, not only talking about support, one of the things is kind of being somewhat communications director or all the other, hats for the team is how much the community supports. I mean, they support every single sport, but I can promise you they are supporting the high school team so much.
Yes.
All the food joints, all the local grocery stores. I mean, we really have something special here in Fairview, not only for the businesses, but, connecting those with the local, sports.
No, we do. We feel the love. And, we're so fortunate to have businesses that pour into our kids, and they just want a good experience for them. How can you do that? Some can do it with money. Some can do it with food. Some just do it with support. Like, I'll come and be there. I'll put a sign up. Like, you'll see all these businesses at homecoming painting their windows and doing all that. So it's just a good hometown feel, and I think that's an advantage we have over the other schools.
Absolutely.
I don't think you're going to go through Franklin and see that. I don't think you'll go to Page and see that. Now, they have some other things because they're bigger that we don't have. So it's just where you want to fit in. This is where I fit in. Like, everybody's got to find their niche. But I tell my kids all the time, I said, look, you got to try to get along with me because even if I get fired, I'm going to be in Fairview.
Right.
You're going to see me at Walmart. You're going to see me at any event that the city has. I'm probably going to show up. So I'm going to be here. My family all lives on the same road. We live right beside each other, and we're not going anywhere. So
that's amazing.
We're here.
I think is there a game on here besides East Hickman tomorrow night that you are most excited about or that you are most nervous about?
Well, look, we have four games before our region.
Okay.
So after Glencliff, these 6 in a row are region games. So all of them are excited, but the kids are really excited about homecoming against Harpeth. That's a big game.
That's my.
It's like a Civil War. Some people are
Harpeth.
Now, I will say some of our kids are really excited about next week going to Centennial. Caden Lee, Kentrell Bryson all have cousins on that team.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a little Civil War.
I like that.
Kind of like the Kellys when we play Harpeth. There you go. They may have some relatives over there.
Well, we don't have any relatives,
But you got ties.
So we do have ties.
Yeah.
On Friday night, there's going to be some changes. You said you were going to drop a little secret, right, about what was going to happen? Questions? No, is that staying?
No, that's
staying
there's a
secret?
lot. I will say this. I'll say this. The team that I have running our jumbotron and our in game, they have come up with a lot of things, and our people that we're going to have more than just that. But we have the kick for catch. We have all these things that happen during the game. but it's going to be a lot more interactive with the crowd, especially our student section. We want the student section to remember what's going on.
Right.
So these 3 guys that run Motion House Video, Tanner, Austin,
Oh,
and
that's
Dayton.
right.
Yeah.
They're the ones who did the, what's that called?
-1. The
No.
movie,
No,
they did a lot. They do a lot.
No, the last thing they did at the end of the year when all, I forget what it's called, oh my gosh, where all the kids were dancing around the school and they did that production.
Oh, okay, yes.
I forget what that's called.
The lip dub.
Yes,
lip dub.
See,
Yeah.
I'm too old.
I was in
You're
ISS.
good.
I didn't even get to be in that.
You were in ISS.
I was out of lip dub, but Principal Butler loves the lip dub.
Yeah.
But these guys were former students who now have a business.
Okay.
So they're coming back, and actually we're hiring them to run our in-game event, which is really cool. So,
Well, and we're going to have a rivalry, I think, since the student section is getting love. The parent section now has a whole parent section that's going to be,
tailgating, everything.
slotted
Yes.
off. We're going to have a clap out for the boys. I mean,
Oh,
it's on this year. We really
Yeah.
have a lot of great family members coming. If you want to join us tomorrow at 7 p.m., right?
7 p.m.
Get there early. Parking still costs if you go into
In the front.
in the back front. I
Front,
call it. It's
back.
really
You're right. It
it's
is
messed
confusing.
up. But next to, if you drive in through the tennis courts, you're going to get charged because that is a fundraiser for the JROTC. So don't be upset about it. You're just contributing to another great group. If you want free parking, you need to go around on King Road, park in the front of the school, and walk a few steps and come and join us tomorrow night.
And honestly, that parking is just as close. The walk's going to be about the same because by the time
Yeah.
you get there, it's going to be backed all the way up to
That's
the
true.
elementary school.
That's
so
true.
it's not a big deal, but it helps out the ROTC program. And we try to do a lot of things with, band and ROTC. We're trying to, spread the love. So
Yeah.
hopefully they'll get it. And we do have a lot of people complain about the parking.
Well,
but,
and now
hey,
the hill costs
I
$20.
I think the hill's going to be free this
Is
year.
it?
I think so.
Oh, you're dropping
I think
news.
So. But I told administration, maybe you want to sell game tickets and watching the game. So
Oh, my goodness.
half price game tickets. I don't know.
I don't know.
Help us find a solution.
Listen, we gotta pay to get in. We gotta
We
pay for
like
hot dogs.
We love the hill though. I think it gives us a different atmosphere
Yeah.
when all the cars are on there and we score and they're honking horns
Yeah,
and doing all. It's
I
a
love
different
it
kind of
too.
atmosphere. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
fun. Well, we're going to have a great time. We so appreciate you coming out and just giving Fairview Live a little bit of your information. You guys all know him, but come to the game on Friday night. You do not have to have a player on the team to tailgate right out in front of the locker room. The more love and the more support we can garner for these kiddos who've been working so hard in this ridiculous heat, is going to give them even more to prove on the field and hopefully come away with that W.
That's what we're looking for.
All
They'll
right.
be motivated. The more people there, the more effort I get out of those kids. So
There you go.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you again, Chris. I'm going to come around and turn us off, but join us next week for another Fairview Live where we introduce another great person of our community, and we thank you guys for joining us. Bye.